Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're watching or listening, whether you are here in the United States or you are in another country, territory, province, thank you so much for your love, your support, helping us get to reach and help people in over 1,000 cities and over 100 countries worldwide. If you can do us a big favor, reach out to 25 or 50 of your contacts in your phone. Let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We're just number three behind the Joe Rogan Experience and the Dan Bongino show. We would greatly appreciate that. Follow us on social media. We're everywhere. Uh, and just thank you for joining us. We're so grateful. We're over 450 episodes by now. The time this show will be airing for the first time. And we just want to thank you. It's because of you, because of your demand of our content, watching, listening. If you can Etsy on it, you can Voices for Voices on it. So thank you. We're sending good vibes and we're praying for you each and every day. Whether you're a believer or not, we believe that you can never have too many good vibes coming your way or our way. So thank you. And if you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, share, subscribe, these are all free, FREE, free things to do that helps us reach our ultimate goal of reaching and helping at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. So we'll go ahead and get started. Uh, so companion pets, I think might be the the term. That's the term I'm going to use. Uh, Companion pets. So yeah, we have dogs and we have cats predominantly here in the United States as pets. We also have gerbils and potentially rabbits and hamsters and the like. But I'm going to be referring and talking about having a companion pet that is a dog. And um, so this is a first for me, first for our family, really. Uh, Growing up, we had my mom, my dad, my sister, and myself. Um, for a short period of time, I don't even know how old I was when he passed. We had an outdoor dog and a Springer Spaniel. I'll say that 5 times real fast. We had a Springer Sprint. Oh my gosh, Springer Spaniel, and it's an outside dog, and so uh, that's what I remember with a big pen that that he was able to run back and forth. His name was Brutus. And once he passed on to doggy heaven, we didn't have other pets. I mean, we had goldfish and that. So okay, we call that a pet. I'm talking about something you could a pet that you can maybe hold and pet, call it a pet, right? And and so we didn't have uh, one of those after Brutus, our dog passed. And now there's a there's some research to show, fast forward to today, from probably 39 years ago. So fast forward to today, and the what I call the companion pets, whether you have a mental illness or you don't, doesn't really matter. Um, but a companion pet, a pet in general, so I'm talking about a dog, uh, having not had one, right? So there's things you gotta think of, right? You gotta think of taking outside to go potty. You got to, make sure there's food in their bowl. Make sure there's clean drinking water for the dog, and in my case, and when you head out somewhere, if you know dogs aren't not that dogs aren't welcome, but a lot of restaurants, uh, you're not able to bring a dog or even a cat for that matter, too. So learning all the different things, are they hard to do? No, they're not hard to do. They're just something new. And and so uh we have a pet. You probably have seen on a couple previous episodes. She's made an appearance or two. She's currently resting right next to me. And and so when we talk about companion pets or just a pet in general, and we talk about anxiety, when at least for me, so this is the first time I've had a pet, an indoor pet, like the puppy that we have now. Uh, so we're going through the stages of figuring out if we're gonna keep her. We really would like to keep her. I know my child would love to keep her. Um, but in the short time that we've cared for her, I've noticed a little bit of a stress reduction, if that's something. Um, it might be because I get to hold the pet, I get the pet the pet. Um, and I know this is a little bit uh, this show's a little bit different in this respect, but it's the same because having mental illnesses, I do have anxiety, and it spikes. It spikes from time to time. And since we've had our pet, I've, I don't, I've noticed it, I guess would be the way to put it, that the stress level, at least for me, for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, it has lowered. Doesn't disappear, hasn't disappeared at all. But I don't know. Being in my 40s, my first pet, you pet lovers out there, what do you think? Do you think that your pet has helped reduce stress and at any level or anxiety? Uh, it has for me. Again, I don't have a number. I can't put a number on it. I was saying 100 is my usual stress level when it spikes, and having a pet takes the number down. I think I think the best way to explain it, I think, is the way I talk about bringing a portfolio and a resume to a job interview. So the less time the people interviewing you or me are looking at us, right? And we're going, oh my gosh, did I tie my tie right? Did I button one button or two buttons on my jacket? And how do I look? And am I thirsty? And so all these things are going on in our heads. And when we have our portfolio, which is just a compilation of the work that we've done, the highlights, I guess we call it, so we can show, like, okay, here's the resume, here's me, and then here's some of the work I've done, and here's what I can bring to your company and have tangible information to show. Different projects. If you're in school, you work on projects all the time. So you have you have plenty of work to choose from for your portfolio. That's one thing I get asked often about with my students is, well, I'm just a student. How am I supposed to have all this information? And then I revert back and say, what project do we have coming up that's due? What project did we just finish? And then it starts to click that, wow, I actually do. So whether you're a student or whether you're not, you can put a portfolio together. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can go to you know, your local office supply store and find a inexpensive portfolio that you can insert your highlights. So what's this have to do with the dog, right? Okay, so in an interview, let's just say we're at 100 of the time. So let's say the time is 1 hour. So we're 1 hour. And what's a portfolio and a dog have to do with this? So hear me out. So we have an hour. We have people looking at us, asking us questions, and they're just person one, person two, person one, person two, back and forth, question, 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 question. We're answering. And then we put the portfolio on the table and we open that up. We're able to take at least the eye attention, like the eyes, um, from looking at us and having the interviewer's eyes and attention put on our portfolios. Let's say it's 1 minute. Well, that's one less minute that you have to worry about what am I wearing, the variety of all the things that we think about. And so what does the dog have to do with this is let's say, right, we have 100. So let's say in a day we have a number that is 100. Well, if I'm usually stressed or I notice that I'm stressed or anxious, I don't know. I'm this is hypothetical. I don't know exact numbers. I've never been given an exact number, but let's say my anxiety really flares up for 20% of the day. So having a dog, a companion pet, a dog for me in this case, my family, let's say that out of that 20, that number 20% of the time that my stress flares up and my anxiety flares up, let's say I'm sitting next to a dog and I'm petting my dog, taking the dog out to go potty, And so I'm concentrating my time and my mind on something other than myself. And this is about companion pets. So I've talked extensively about taking the attention off of myself and wanting to help over 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. So let's just say having a companion pet, some some pet that's able to take a little bit of my anxiety away. Let's say it takes two away. So then that takes the anxiety, which is no, which I'm giving this hypothetical example, is 20 out of 100. And having a companion pet takes two away from that 20 of anxiety, my anxiety spiking. So then that means my anxiety spiking has 18, the number 18, instead of 20. So that's how we get from what a portfolio for a job interview has to do with having a companion pet. Because we're generally happy with our companion pet, right? We're playing with it. We're just hanging out. And so that's what a companion pet, in my case, a dog, for my family, and me, how that relates to a portfolio and a job interview. So whether you have mental illness or not, I would think we all get anxious, stressed at certain times of the day. Some days more, some days less. And by having a companion pet to help reduce that by any number is a good thing. And so I think it's cool, in my opinion, for anybody to have a pet if you're able to, right? Because pets aren't inexpensive, right? So you have to get the pet, you gotta adopt it. Yeah. So you have to somehow, some way obtain a pet, and then you have to get a bowl for food, a bowl for water. Again, I'm not saying these things are hard to do. I'm just saying these are things that come with having a pet. Uh, Buying the food is pretty expensive nowadays. It's very expensive actually. Then depending, right? So there's different there's different shots that they need at certain times. If you're getting spayed and neutered, that's another fee. And so there's these costs of having and keeping a pet safely, right? Unfortunately, there's some not nice people in the world, and they abuse pets. I'm not talking about we can't change other people. I'm talking about you and I and our viewers and listeners that take care of a pet properly. And so I just wanted to share what it's like for me to have a companion pet for a very, very short amount of time. And let me see if I can. Well, I know I can't. So I'm going to pull up a picture so you'll be able to see her. She made an appearance. Whoa. Can we see there? Yeah. So that's our pet Lucy. And again, whatever it may be that helps you lower stress that is legal, not illegal. So something that is legal, like owning a pet, caring for a pet, giving the pet a hug, petting the pet. That regardless of mental illness or not, uh, having had this pet for a short period of time has kind of taught me how to be a little bit less stressed when there could be high stress. So let us know what helps you lower your stress. Is it a pet, an animal? Is it uh, going to the gym? Is it, I don't know. You tell us. Tell us let us know what helps you lower stress. Because, right, the ideal place to be when we're lowering stress is to be at zero, to have zero stress, which I pretty sure we can't we can't quite get there. It'd be nice to, but I don't think we can get there. Have zero stress. So just like I've talked about with yoga, the answer of what our goal of yoga is isn't to become a more perfectly stretched and uh 'cause that's the goal. That's one, you're basically stretching the body. And so we know there's no perfection. So since we know there's no perfection, we're looking for balance in yoga. We know there's going to be pros and cons throughout the day, throughout the weeks, the months, the years. But can we come in more balanced, be, come in more balanced? Just like with the portfolio with a job interview, lowering the amount of time. And as a as a part of that, that actually lowers stress too, because you don't feel like the eyes just staring. Like, um, I've been there, done that lots of times. And so having a pet, an animal we can take care of. Again, I have a dog. Recently, it's come in to our home, and I think it's or she, not it. So she has a name. I think that Lucy has helped bring some of my anxiety and some of my stress down. Again, do I have a number for that? No, I gave it hypotheticals earlier in the episode. But again, the more time we can be less stressed, the better. The more we can use that energy on something positive, something that we want to do. Maybe that's additional self-care. So that's the flip side is not only does stress get lowered, then it's, well, what do we do with that? What do we do with that two out of 20 anxiety, which is out of the total of 100 for a day? So if our anxiety, if my anxiety, just trying to put numbers around it, make it a little easier to understand, hopefully. If a full day is 100 of emotions and everything, and anxiety and stress peaks for the number 20, having a companion animal lowers that 20 to an 18. 20 minus 18 is 2. So then we have some time to do something else, something we like. Maybe I don't know, maybe we start the process on our dreams. Maybe we have something we've always wanted to do and we thought we never had the time to do it. And so the more that we can lower stress, lower anxiety, and our pet has done that, and you might see her here in a second because she just woke up, didn't you? Didn't you just wake up? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Lucy. You just woke up. Yeah. Ah, big yawn. See what I mean? It's it's helped me. So, uh, and I know it's helped my daughter, my wife. It's she's just so calm, and some parts of the day she'll just be running around with like all this energy. Is like, hey, can I have some of that energy? Uh, but you right on cue, she woke up. She was snoozing, and then she woke up and said, "I can see myself on camera. I'm on TV." So if you're not watching, this particular episode, you're listening to it, maybe this is one of the episodes that uh, you head on over to Rumble or YouTube and uh, watch this episode towards the end, and you'll be able to see me smiling from ear to ear with Lucy, our pet that just woke up. So whether you have a mental illness or not, Voices for Voices is for you. We're with you. We're praying for you. We're sending good vibes your way, whether you're a believer or not. I am. And you can never have enough good vibes and good positive energy. Uh, so thank you for joining us on this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. I'm your host, Justin Allen Hayes. We're so grateful if you can give us the big thumbs up, like, follow, share, subscribe. If you can reach out to 25 or 50 or 100 of your contacts in your phone, let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. I promise you will have at least 50 episodes that you and they, uh, who you reach out to, will find to be helpful, interesting, and we just want to say thank you for joining us. And so we'll see you on the next episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Let's celebrate all the voices of the world, and let's also be a voice for ourselves and for those that we may know that aren't able to share their voice. Have a great day. Bye bye.